Hey, you guys. It's me. Oh boy. Okay, so um oh, this is hard. All right, so I've been trying to do some stuff with the iPad, like with iMovie and you know, doing some editing, trying to see if I could put together a video with no talking. It's just not working. So anyway, I know some of you are probably going to say I sound weird, like I don't have any teeth, and that's because, yeah, I don't at the moment. Um, I've had so many amazing comments about this whole ordeal, and you guys just don't know how much I appreciate it. I really, really do. Um, it's hard because it's one of those things that it's like you feel like I'm just going to say this, I'm just going to talk about it for just a minute, but it's one of those things where you realize that you're not a spring chicken anymore, and you feel like you kind of like failed in taking care of your teeth or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing, but I mean, not extremely. Thank God I can wear a mask like wherever I go. But okay, so here's the thing. So what what I am doing is I got immediate dentures. Okay, so sometimes people will go in, have their teeth removed, and then, you know, however long, wait until that heals and stuff, and then they get their dentures made. So I had my dentures made before they took my teeth out. And so they put them in like the same day that they pulled all my teeth. And I was expected to keep them in for like 4 or 5 days. And I had to go back. I had that done on Thursday, and I went back on Friday, and he was, making some adjustments on them. They kind of like grind them down a little bit wherever they're like rubbing or whatever. Extremely painful, I just have to tell you, because he had to put them in, they had to take them out and put them back in like 3 times, the top and the bottom. It was no fun. So that was on Friday. So by Sunday morning at about 3 a.m., I simply could not take it anymore. I just could not take it anymore. So I took them out, put them in, cleaner stuff, and I just I haven't put them back in since. So I'm going back to the dentist on Friday, and I can put the top ones in fine. They don't hurt, not really. I mean, they might a little bit, but the bottom is still pretty painful. But I've made an executive decision. I'm going to let my mouth heal a little bit more until Friday. So, and whatever we got to do on Friday, we'll do it. But dealing with the pain from the extractions um, is enough for me. Like, that's all I can handle right now. I can't handle the pain from, sores and stuff too. So that's all feeling better. I'm not hurting as much as I was. So anyway, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I took 4 minutes talking about that. Anyway, so I'm sorry if I sound weird, but it just is what it is. Anyway, so I thought, okay, three things I love doing: making journals, making journal kits, and crocheting. I've done enough crocheting, and I've made lots of journals over the last month, so it's time to do some kits. And I got to thinking, a lot of you probably remember when I was doing the subscription kits where I sent you like an invoice every month, and then I just made up like a surprise kit. So, and then I quit doing it because I had, just for lots of different reasons, but it wasn't because I ran out of stuff. It was more more, I don't remember why, but probably because sending out invoices every month was getting to be like, and getting those paid was becoming like a pain. And so I thought, okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. I would like to do that again. Well, I was also doing mini journal subscriptions at the same time, and that was just way too much. I didn't like the pressure of that. Like, creatively, I can't have a deadline for something that I'm like creating, like a journal. Putting together kits is different. That I think I can deal with. So anyway, what I think I might do, and I'm going to try this, is do okay, two options. And maybe you guys can give me some feedback. So I was thinking that it would be really cool to do like 3 months of kits prepaid. So I would do a kit every month. I would send you a kit every month. I call it a kit, but it's really just a bundle of stuff to make journals with. I could do three months, and then so you pay up front for all three, and then I just send you a kit every month for 3 months. So it would be, I could still get one out for October, November, and December. Okay. Or we could do just one big kit, that would kind of have the same amount of stuff in it. I personally think it would be more fun to do the 3, I'm actually kind of leaning towards that now, but I was thinking that it would be the same cost, okay, to you. So before, when I was doing the subscription kits, they were $40 plus shipping. So it worked out to be $48. So I could ship it in a priority envelope. But what I think I could do if we do monthly, so that would work out to be like $150, So what I think I could do is, if I can keep the weight under 16 ounces, then I can ship those in the United States for around $6. Okay, so I could keep it at like first class. Priority has gone up again, so those are about $9 for the like padded priority envelope, which is insane. But so it's about $3 more. I don't know. I guess it just kind of depends on what you're willing to spend for shipping. But anyway, because I was trying to keep it like around $125 or something. So if that includes the cost of shipping and 3 months of kits, then that means that the kits are about $35. And then, your shipping, if it's first class, is around $20. There are some fees, so I'm talking about what would go into my pocket, so like the remainder would be fees. Yeah, so like, well, I guess that would work out to about 125 if it was 35 a month and then 20 for shipping. So 125 for 3 months of kits. I think that sounds pretty fair, and I think it would be really fun to try it, and do it for 3 months. So what I could do is as many as 40. I could do 40 of those. As long as I got your request before, I'd like to start putting them together in the next couple days. So, I'll go ahead and assume that I'm going to do at least 30. And then as long as I could get your request before, I would say the 20th, and then I could ship it out by, before Halloween. Okay. So, sorry, thanks for putting up with my, you know, my whole thought process there. First, I also want to, well, not first, but second, I want to show you what I've been pulling off the shelves and taking out of drawers and all this stuff that I would like to use in these kits. So I'm going to show you some stuff, but, you know, realize that not all of this would go into the first kit. You know, like this would kind of get spread out over that 3 months. I will say, if you would rather just have one big giant kit or bundle all together at once, that's fine too. I would say, you know, it would still be the same price though. You know what I mean? It would, and that I would actually ship priority. And I could, you know, I could afford to do that because it could go like in a medium box or something, which is about $15. So if you would rather have everything all at once, that's fine. I'll do that for $125 and it'll ship priority. But I need to have your request for that before the 20th. Okay. And this will be through PayPal. So that means that I will send you an invoice, and it will specify in the invoice 3-month subscription, or it'll say like 3 months in one or something like that. Okay. And we'll just do it that way. So just, if you are interested in one of these bundles, send me an email. My email address is in the description of this video. And tell me if you want a 3-month subscription or if you want 3 in 1. Okay, so say it like that, like 3 in 1. And that way I know what you're talking about. I will keep it straight that way. Okay, and then I will send you a PayPal invoice. So there's been some confusion about PayPal and whether you have to have a PayPal account or whatever. Some people have different email addresses that they use for PayPal and that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter if I send you an invoice to your PayPal email address. It really honestly doesn't. So whatever email you send me the email request from is the email that I'm going to send you the invoice to. Okay? It doesn't have to be your PayPal email. I use a Yahoo email address for my PayPal, and everything else I do is through Gmail, so it doesn't matter. All you need is a debit card or a credit card, or you can use a PayPal account to pay the invoice. You know, so just keep that in mind. But if I send you an invoice, I'm not going to allow people to, you know, say, oh, can I pay that in 2 weeks or whatever. For this, I just can't do that. So the invoice will be due immediately. So if you send me the request, please pay it right away. Okay. This is my income. This is the only way that I have to make money. So, you know, if I'm doing that, I kind of need to know what I have coming in. So anyway, and I know you guys understand that. Okay, so let's kind of take a look at what's on my desk. So I have this book, and this is just, you know, I'm thinking that I would like to do these sort of like Victorian kind of style. You know, not 100%, but, you know, I want to include definitely some Victorian type of, you know, book pages and things like that. So this is just, you know, this is obviously not old. This is like a Dover book, but anyway, so I'll cut some of these pages out and, you know, maybe just give you like a half a page or something in each kit. And then I have this book that I've had this for a long time. It's this book called Amaranth, the Flora and Fauna of Atlantis. So it's kind of like this fantasy sort of botany book, you know. It's really interesting. So like, see how this this like fern is, see how it looks like a peacock, and then like this one, it looks like the peacock. It's just, and like this one, the fern leaves are actually like a little lizard, you know. It's really kind of a cool book. And this one is like this snowshoe hare growing out of the ground, and just really, really interesting. Like these are moles, you know, as the roots of the maidenhair fern. God, I hope the next video I make where I'm talking to you guys a lot, I actually have my teeth in. So, anyway, no shame in my game though. Anyway, so I wanted to share some pages from that. So in each month, I will give you something that you can use to make a journal cover with. Okay, so that could be, I just pulled out kind of like some examples. So some file folder. So you might get a file folder or a gift box. These are kind of like Christmas boxes from last year. So different types of file folders. There's some of the like legal size hanging file folders. Or it could be, it could be book covers, or I might do some file folder and a book cover. I've got lots and lots of Reader's Digests that I've been kind of hoarding, and so I'm going to gut these, and you know, so you might get a Reader's Digest cover in your kit, and it will be a surprise. It's not, you know, I'm not gonna take like requests on those, because that just gets to be too overwhelming. Anyways, and then I've got 4 more boxes of, I've got about 50 Reader's Digest here in the house in my studio, and then I've got like 4 more boxes of them out in the garage. So I've got lots of Reader's Digests. So a lot of those probably will go into kits. I just kind of have a stack of paper that I want to try to split out. These are pages from like a scrapbook, like an old scrapbook. It's got the photo corners on it still. And this is the kind of paper that I love to use to back tags on. I like to do collage on this type of paper. So some of that. Obviously ledger, assorted ledger pages. You know, I've got lots and lots of ledger. So yeah, there's still a little bit of the yellow hanging around. Anyway, so some French, some English, some, you know, I think I even have a German ledger somewhere. But anyway, so there's a big stack of ledger. So this will get split up into kits. And then, let's see, there's this bin that's just got all kinds of different sorts of ephemera in it. These are pages from an autograph book, an old autograph book. I've taken it apart, you know, so just all kinds of stuff in here. There's some book pages. This is sort of like a box that I use when I'm collaging, but I wanted to kind of get to the back. So this is a French encyclopedia that I would pull some pages from, probably put like a signature in each kit, you know. And then, gosh, just all kinds of stuff. This is actually an old, oh, this is kind of cool. These are games. These are all like games that you can play. I want to put this in my son's camper for his kids so they can play games when they're camping, you know. This is a really cool old notebook that is in French, and the cover, I believe, is God, I can't remember what it's called. Somebody remind me what that's called. Anyway, and then I've just got all this like ephemera. These are all bank letters. Remember when I got that big collection of bank stuff, you guys? So there's just all these old letters on different letterhead, lots of onion skin paper. A lot of this paper is onion skin. Lots of handwritten letters. And all of this stuff dates to like 1910 to like 1913, something like that. This onion skin paper, love it. Anyway, so a lot of that stuff will go into kits. Some other books. So this book I've kind of been hanging on to because it's got, so it's Heaven, Home, and Happiness, okay? So it's like, it's all about heaven, home, and happiness. And it was published in it was gifted December 1901. Yeah, so it looks like the copyright is 1901. How did Lincoln, what did it say? How Lincoln Made a Woman Happy. Wow. Anyway, so there's lots of kind of like domestic arts type of stuff in here. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see it better. It's really a cool book. But it's got all these beautiful illustrations in it, and the paper is just yummy. Just all kinds of different things. But see, there's lots of like engravings in here, and you know, they're all going to be kind of, you know, varied, but yeah, so you can see. So I would probably, you know, split this out into signatures and include a signature in each kit, since I'm pretty sure there's well over 30 signatures in this book, you know. And then, you know, I don't know what I'll do with the cover. Who knows? It might show up in somebody's kit. Here's another. This is a really old typing book. It's neat because of the size and the format. It's, well, not the format is pretty standard for a typing book, but the size of it is different. This one was published in 1934. So gotta love a good typing book, right? Especially when they have all kinds of writing in them. Just yummy. So that one is destined for kits. This is a book that I actually bought this off of eBay, How to Know the Beatles. So it's just got all these awesome images of beetles and bugs, you know, which are super fun to use in collage, you know, for making tags and that kind of thing. And then this is another one, Insects of Western North America. So this one's got all kinds of images of insects. So if you're into bugs and butterflies and, you know, stuff like that, this is kind of cool. So that book will get split up. Now this is a book that I actually bought from Patty Lang a long time ago on one of her live sales, and I just couldn't resist it. I love this kind of stuff. This one's just all about, I love this binder. Isn't it cool? It's just the coolest binder. But I want to get all the pages out of it and maybe actually start using this binder for like crochet patterns and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, so the pages from this will get used in kits. I love this binding on here. It's got this really cool like metal, like strip of metal that is holding it. It's kind of like reinforcing the cover. The cover is soft, like it's flexible and soft, but I don't know, it's just really neat. They just don't make stuff like that anymore, you know? So I've got a set of these Childcraft books. There's, of course, the ones that have all of the like fairy tales and that kind of stuff. Of course, those ones are gone, but still, you know, these are really neat. I love the texture of the paper, and just all kinds of things about children, you know. And like I said, the paper is just really, really cool. This one has been drawn in a lot, this particular one. The rest of them aren't like that. But the covers are neat too, and they're great to make journals out of. So some of those, here's a little German English dictionary. This is an old dictionary. So I've got lots and lots of like little tiny books. So I plan to go through my collection of like little miniature books and include some pages from those. So this book is really cool. This is a Peterson's magazine. So it's probably like the full year of the publication all in one, bound book from 1876. So it's got all of these beautiful engravings. And the paper is just yummy. Kind of thin, but I love that the typeset on it is really pretty. Lots of music and fashion, and wherever there was an engraving, they've got, a sheet of tissue there. So this is kind of like Christmassy. There's advertising, like patterns for, sewing, some crochet patterns, some knitting patterns, things like that. So this is really kind of a neat book. I've been thinking I wanted to try to scan some of this book, but I just haven't really gotten around to it. So, oh, that's from 1876. Anyway, so this book will be disassembled and pages will be used in upcoming kits, in said kits, right? Here's another one that's kind of like that. This one's an encyclopedia though. No, this one over here is like that. This one's not like that. Anyway, this is just an old encyclopedia, but it's really pretty. I love the illustrations in it, especially like the birds and the bugs and the flowers and stuff, like the nature things. And the maps. Love the maps. So lots of good stuff in encyclopedias. See, I love the... Anyway, you get what I'm saying. When was this published? Yeah, Harmsworth. I think I bought a set of these on eBay. I might have purchased the whole set. I don't remember. I think I have like 2 or 3 of these. Anyway. And then this one, this is a Frank Leslie's Popular Monthly. This is volume 11, January to June 1881. Okay, so this is another one of those books that is like a monthly publication that is bound into volumes. So this book will be disassembled and pages will be added to kits from this, and I may scan some of the stuff in here, but yeah, so you get an idea of, so see what I mean, like it's this kind of Victorian sort of style. I have a lot of that kind of stuff and I don't really use it that much in my journal, so but I always buy it and I'm always attracted to it, so and I know that a lot of you guys like that sort of style. So I won't say that, these kits will be exclusively like Victorian, but they are going to have some of that kind of stuff in them. So these are some of those French, Greek books that I have. I don't know what they are. Scriptorum Histori... What is that? This is like Greek, but then a lot of it is also in French. So, and then some of it's in English. Anyway, but the point is that it's just really cool. The writing in it is really neat. and amazing for using in collage and just as book pages in a journal, you know. Anyway, and these, all three of these were all in the same collection, and I've got a whole box of these books, so I will be generous with these, with pages from these. They're not super easy to take apart, but you know, I'll do it for you guys. And then I just have a little stack of some other stuff that I want to include in these bundles. It is coming up to the holidays, so I thought it would be kind of cool to include some of these old postcards. A lot of New Year's postcards. There are some Thanksgiving ones, no Halloween, but a lot of New Year and Thanksgiving. Not much Christmas, but yeah. So these are fun. See, a lot of Thanksgiving ones, and with the like really thick embossing and stuff. And these are great to use as journaling cards and stuff. If you just, you know, maybe glue some like leisure paper on there and then do some stitching around the outside. Those are awesome to use in your journals. And then I still have a whole bunch of these Tunidex cards, which are highly collectible, I have to tell you. Go on eBay and look up Tunidex cards and start pricing them out, because they are actually very collectible. There's a lot of people that collect these, and they pay a pretty penny for them. Just saying. So it's I don't know. You might wind up with one that's valuable. Who knows? So I'll give you some of the Tunidex cards too, because I have like a big stack of them still. And then I just kind of made a little pile of other, like, so I like to do obviously some type of cover, and then I like to include something that you can use as pages or for embellishing or to make collages in your journals and that kind of stuff. And I also like to always include original ephemera, so you know, some kind of stuff like the postcards and the Tunidex cards and that kind of stuff, and obviously, you know, other stuff besides just that, but I can't put it all on my desk. Anyway, and then I like to give you some kind of hardware. So, you know, like, so I thought it would, for these, it would be nice to include some of the rusty safety pins that I have. I used to sell these in my shop. I just kind of took the listing down. I don't sell them anymore, but I still have a bunch of rusted, the little tiny little safety pins. Those are nice to use on journal pages or like on your clusters and things like that. And I just buy these on Amazon, but I thought it would be nice to include a couple of these little, these are actually like for a drawer, you know, but I use them as book plates, like on the front of a, you know, front cover of a book or something like that, or on an envelope or whatever. So a couple of those. I've got lots and lots of bulb pens. I used to sell these in my Etsy shop too. So I've got tons of bulb pens, so you get some of those. And then some other like safety pins, just lots of things like that. I have this whole box full. These are actually bank pins. Like, these are for documents. Like, if you ever see old like bank documents and stuff, instead of staples, they'll use these little pins. They're steel pins, and they just, you know, put it through the pages to hold them together, instead of like a paper clip or staple. You know, they'll just attach things to pages using these pins. So I don't know, and that is what they are. They were in a box that said, I think it said bank pins. So like they were made specifically for use in banks. Anyway, and then some of the rusty paper clips too. I really want to make some more of those, the paper clip charms, you know, again someday. And then I plan to go through my like offcuts of scrapbook papers and stuff, and just punch out a whole bunch of tabs. So I'll include like a little bundle tabs in each kit too. And then I made a little list of the other stuff that will go into these kits. So we've got playing cards, flashcards, buttons, laces, linens, vintage fabrics, feed sack fabrics, rickrack, washi tape. I've got so much washi tape, you guys. I think I'm just going to start like throwing a roll of washi tape in every order randomly. Game pieces, anagrams, seam binding, beads. I've got beads out the yin-yang. Quilt top. So that just kind of gives you guys an idea. Postage stamps. I've got tons of postage stamps that I need to share. So just all kinds of goodies. And then not to mention, you know, the couple big boxes full of just random like charm pieces that I've got, which includes dominoes and dice and all kind, well, game pieces, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, let me know what you want to do if you want to, if you're interested, you know. It is a pretty good opportunity to grab like a good assortment of different stuff, you know, like authentic vintage items that, you know, maybe, you know, if you're not out going to estate sales and yard sales and antique stores and stuff like that and finding stuff or shopping on eBay, this is a good opportunity to kind of pick up some of that stuff that is, you know, it's authentic. So, you know, it just feels different, you know. Anyway, so let me know what you want to do. If you want to do 3 months paid in advance, or if you'd like to do 3 months all at once. Okay, so I hope, does that make sense? So if you want me to send you one each month, just say 3-month subscription. Okay, and then I know that you want to be on the monthly kit for 3 months. Okay, or if you would like 3 in 1, so that means you would get all 3 months at once for the same price. So $125, and I can do as many as 40 of those at one time. So once I get to 40, I'll have to decline any new requests. But you know, if this works out and this works well, then I can go ahead and, you know, we can do it again in December, you know, and kind of like renew it that way. Okay, so anyway, thanks again, you guys, for all your support and your love and your well wishes and everything. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And thank you for understanding on the delayed shipping from the journals. And in case you're wondering, I do still have there's probably about 15 journals still in my shop. So some of the ones that I was embellishing like last week, there's still, I think, about 5 of those available, and then there are still, I think, 6 of the Reader's Digest like naked journals. Okay, I'm thinking about maybe doing some mini journals. I've got this book. I thought this would be really cool to use as journal covers, some of these pages, and maybe, you know, actually glue this down onto something heavier and then seal it, you know, and maybe even do some collaging over it or something. I don't know, but this is kind of inspiring me right now. So I'm thinking about maybe doing some minis soon, and if I do, I'll try to bring you guys in on it. So anyway, okay, that's it. That's enough. Like I said, my email address is in the description, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I love you guys. Okay, bye for now.